In the garden of the mind, seeds of control are sown. The harvest is not dictated by the storms that rage outside, but by the calm cultivation within. Understanding this truth will grant you strength in a world where emotions can resemble turbulent waves. How can we discover our anchor? Join us as we delve into 7 profound lessons inspired by Buddhism that unlock the secrets to mastering your emotions and navigating life's storms with unwavering resolve. Before we embark on this exploration, I would appreciate it if you liked the video, aiding me in continuing to spread the wisdom of Buddhist philosophy. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and hit the bell icon to ensure you don't miss any future videos. Lesson number 1, pause before responding, Buddhist perspective. In the midst of today's rapid-paced digital age, the wisdom of taking a moment for reflection finds resonance in Buddhist teachings. While the world may applaud immediacy, the act of pausing and contemplating is regarded as essential in a society that often demands quick responses. Contemplate the myriad decisions we encounter daily, ranging from significant life choices to seemingly trivial matters like selecting a restaurant meal. It's not solely the gravity of these decisions that holds importance, but the manner in which we approach them. Imagine a typical scenario, receiving a message that triggers a strong reaction. Perhaps a colleague questioning your work, or a friend making a casual comment. The instinctual response may lean towards defensiveness or anger. Instead of swiftly succumbing to an emotional whirlpool, take a step back. By allowing a brief detachment, you're not suppressing emotions, but creating space for understanding. Reflection in the Buddhist context is an active engagement with our thoughts and feelings. Pose questions to yourself. Why did this comment deeply affect me? What beliefs or past experiences are influencing my emotions? Is my immediate reaction rooted in the present or past attachments? Moreover, reflecting before reacting aligns with the Buddhist principle of cultivating empathy. By giving yourself time, you can also contemplate the perspectives of others. Perhaps your colleague had a challenging day, or your friend didn't realize the impact of their words. Through reflection, doors to understanding open not just for you, but for those around you. In relationships, this practice is foundational. How many misunderstandings could be averted if we took time to reflect before reacting? How many connections could be strengthened instead of strained? These moments of introspection offer clarity, compassion, and connection. In professional settings, the ability to pause and ponder resonates with Buddhist values. Leaders who reflect before deciding are often revered for their mindfulness and effectiveness. They are seen as considerate, measured, and wise, and their decisions, grounded in reflection, endure the test of time. To reflect before responding from a Buddhist perspective transcends mere practice. It becomes a philosophy and a way of life. It champions depth over breadth, understanding over impulsivity, and meaningful connections over fleeting interactions. It is an inner journey with profound outward implications, shaping not just responses, but the very fabric of our lives. Lesson number 2. Reflecting on impermanence and priority. Life is a journey filled with various experiences that test our patience, resilience, and perspective. From minor inconveniences such as a spilled coffee to more significant challenges like disagreements with loved ones, our days are punctuated with situations that evoke a range of emotions. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to get swept up in the immediacy of our feelings. A missed deadline, a critical comment, or a forgotten anniversary can feel like the end of the world. However, one powerful question rooted in Buddhist teachings can shift our perspective and bring clarity. Is this in accordance with impermanence? This simple yet profound question serves as a reminder of the transient nature of all things, transporting us mentally to the understanding that nothing is permanent. Suddenly, that heated argument or missed opportunity is seen in a different light. Most of the things we worry about today will be forgotten footnotes in the ever-changing flow of life. Reflect on the challenges and worries you had 5 years ago. How many of them still hold weight today, and how many have been overshadowed by new experiences, learnings, and memories? This realization can be both humbling and liberating. Using this question as a regular touchstone helps prioritize our concerns by distinguishing between transient setbacks and the enduring implications. For instance, while a challenging day at work might feel overwhelming now, in the grand scheme of things, it's just one day in a career spanning the impermanent nature of our existence. This perspective also fosters resilience when faced with adversity, reminding ourselves of the impermanence of all things. It reduces anxiety and promotes problem solving. Instead of getting bogged down by the problem at hand, we can strategize, adapt, and move forward, knowing that time often brings clarity and solutions. Yet this reflection is not merely about minimizing our concerns. It encourages us to focus on what truly matters, aligning with Buddhist teachings. If we want our actions and decisions to have lasting significance, we need to invest in relationships, personal growth, and experiences that stand the test of time. In a world that often emphasizes the present moment, the question, "Is this in accordance with impermanence?" serves as a guiding principle towards a life of purpose, perspective, and peace. By regularly revisiting this question, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace, ensuring that our energy and attention are directed towards what truly counts in the ever-changing and impermanent nature of existence. Lesson number 3, understanding what's in your control. Have you ever found yourself caught in a storm? Not the kind with rain and thunder, but the storms of life, unexpected events, disappointments, or sudden changes. Buddhism, with its profound teachings on impermanence and mindfulness, offers a perspective that can be a guiding light in these turbulent moments. In Buddhism, there is a fundamental concept known as the Four Noble Truths. The first truth acknowledges the existence of suffering and challenges in life. The second truth explores the causes of suffering, often rooted in attachment and craving. Now let's apply these teachings to the scenario of planning an outdoor event. Imagine you're planning an outdoor event, and despite all your preparations, it rains. In Buddhism, the focus would be on understanding that suffering is an inherent part of life, and unexpected events like rain are inevitable. The rain itself is not the cause of suffering. Rather, it's our attachment to the idea of a perfect outdoor event that leads to disappointment. A key Buddhist teaching is the concept of impermanence. Nothing in the external world is permanent, and clinging to a specific outcome brings suffering. Instead of resisting the rain, Buddhism encourages acceptance and adapting to the situation with mindfulness. In Buddhism, the emphasis is on the mind's reaction to events. The rain is neither good nor bad, it simply is. Your reaction, whether you lament, get frustrated, or adapt, is where the focus lies. Mindfulness teaches us to be fully present in each moment, acknowledging and accepting it without judgment. Reflect on a setback you faced. Maybe you didn't get that job you wanted. In the Buddhist perspective, the disappointment arises from attachment to a particular outcome. By embracing the teaching of impermanence, you can recognize that this setback is just a temporary state, and your well-being doesn't solely depend on external circumstances. To put Buddhist teachings into practice, start by cultivating mindfulness. When faced with a situation, ask yourself, "Can I change this?" If yes, take constructive action. If not, practice acceptance without clinging to desires or aversions. In a world full of uncertainties, Buddhism teaches us to navigate life with equanimity. By understanding that external events are impermanent and beyond our control, we can find peace in the midst of life's storms, letting go of unnecessary suffering and embracing the wisdom of adaptability and acceptance. Lesson number 4, practice equanimity. In a world that often feels like an emotional roller coaster, the idea of practicing equanimity might seem out of place. However, let's delve deeper into what it truly means and the transformative power it holds. Equanimity, in the context of Buddhist teachings, isn't about suppressing emotions or becoming indifferent to the world around us. It's about cultivating a balanced perspective, a calm amidst the storm. Imagine being able to observe events, situations, and even your own emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Think about the last time you watched a gripping movie. There were moments of tension, excitement, maybe even sadness. While you were engaged in the story, a part of you always knew it was just a play of impermanence, much like the transient nature of life in Buddhist philosophy. You didn't rush to help the hero or console the crying character. You observed, you felt, but you remained in your seat. This is the essence of practicing equanimity, being deeply engaged with life, feeling its many emotions, but also knowing when to remain seated in the theater of your mind, observing without getting lost in the drama. In Buddhism, this approach becomes a lifeline in our modern age of information overload. Every day, we're bombarded with news updates and notifications. Reacting passionately to every piece of information would leave us perpetually exhausted. Equanimity offers a buffer, a way to engage with the world in a more sustainable, balanced manner. It also plays a pivotal role in interpersonal relationships. We've all been in situations where conversations get heated, where disagreements arise. In such moments, practicing equanimity can be the difference between a productive discussion and a damaging argument. It allows us to listen more effectively, to respond rather than react, and to navigate conflicts with understanding and compassion. Cultivating equanimity starts with mindfulness, a key aspect of Buddhist practice. Regularly checking in with ourselves, recognizing our emotional triggers and understanding our patterns creates a space between stimulus and response. In that space lies the freedom to choose our reactions, to act with intention rather than impulse. And while equanimity might sound like detachment from life's joys and pleasures in Buddhism, it actually enhances them. By not being overly attached to outcomes, we can fully immerse ourselves in the journey, savoring each moment without the constant fear of loss or change. Practicing equanimity is about finding equilibrium in an ever-changing world. It's a compass that points to inner peace, guiding us through life's varied terrains with grace. Lesson number 5. Embrace obstacles as opportunities. The world is filled with challenges ranging from personal setbacks to global upheavals. Obstacles are an integral part of the human experience. Instead of perceiving these challenges as burdens, what if we saw them as opportunities in disguise? In Buddhist teachings, a perspective on adversity emerges that emphasizes the impermanence of life and the potential for transformation through our responses. Buddhism encourages us to acknowledge the inevitability of difficulties, but suggests that our suffering is often rooted in our attachment to outcomes and our resistance to change. Rather than resisting obstacles, we can learn to embrace them as part of the ever-changing nature of existence. The Buddha's Four Noble Truths highlight the reality of suffering, but also point to the possibility of transcending it by understanding its causes and cultivating a path to liberation. A quote attributed to the Buddha encapsulates this idea: "Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional." It suggests that while we may encounter pain or challenges, the way we respond to them determines whether we experience prolonged suffering. Buddhism teaches us to develop mindfulness, awareness, and compassion in the face of difficulties. Consider a river encountering a boulder in its path. Instead of resisting the obstacle, the river can flow around it, gradually eroding the barrier or creating a new course. Similarly, in our lives, challenges can redirect our paths, leading us to unforeseen outcomes. A setback, such as a job loss, might open the door to a new career, an opportunity for personal growth, or the chance to explore one's passions. Buddhist teachings also emphasize the impermanence of circumstances, reminding us that challenges are temporary. By cultivating an attitude of acceptance and understanding, we can navigate difficulties with greater ease. Rather than asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can inquire, "How can I learn and grow from this experience?" This perspective fosters resilience and adaptability. When we view challenges as opportunities for personal and spiritual development, we become more willing to face adversity head-on. The emphasis shifts from seeking external solutions to cultivating internal strength and wisdom. Of course, this doesn't imply actively seeking out challenges or dismissing genuine hardships. It's about recognizing that within every challenge lies the potential for growth and transformation. By nurturing this potential with a positive perspective, mindfulness, and perseverance, we can transform obstacles into stepping stones on our journey towards wisdom, compassion, and fulfillment. Lesson number 6. Keep a mindful journal. The practice of journaling has been embraced across various cultures and teachings, not only as a record of events, but as a powerful tool for self-reflection, growth, and clarity. In the realm of Buddhism, known for its emphasis on mindfulness and inner peace, journaling takes on a distinct flavor. A mindful journal isn't just a chronicle of daily events, it serves as a sacred space for introspection and understanding. In Buddhism, the act of journaling becomes a meditative exercise, a way to engage in a dialogue with oneself, dissecting emotions, decisions, and reactions. It is the meeting point between the external world and the internal landscape, where events are examined in the light of personal values and the teachings of Buddhism. Imagine concluding your day by reflecting not only on what transpired, but on how you responded, Why did a particular circumstance evoke a certain emotional reaction? What prompted a sense of serenity during a routine task? By carefully examining our day through the lens of mindfulness, we begin to discern the subtle patterns of our mind, unraveling the triggers that sway our emotions, the principles that guide our decisions, and the habits that shape our lives. Buddhist teachings encourage the cultivation of mindfulness in daily life. Keeping a mindful journal is akin to a modern-day version of meditation, a practice that offers clarity amidst the chaos of contemporary living. This daily check-in becomes a grounding ritual, providing insights into recurring sources of stress and prompting necessary adjustments in attitude or perspective. In the Buddhist tradition, there isn't a need for grandeur or public display of one's reflections. Instead, the journal becomes a personal guide, much like the Buddha's own journey toward enlightenment. Through this private dialogue, we navigate the challenges of life, reflecting on our responsibilities, emotions, and our interconnectedness with the world. You don't need to be a monk on a mountaintop to benefit from a mindful journal. In our fast-paced lives filled with constant stimuli and information overload, dedicating time to introspection becomes even more vital. This practice leads not only to profound insights but also fosters accountability. By committing to daily reflection, we hold ourselves responsible for our reactions and decisions. Mistakes and lapses in judgment are acknowledged, learned from, and become stepping stones toward personal growth. Keeping a mindful journal is like having a compassionate, non-judgmental companion by your side, a friend always ready to listen, reflect, and guide. It is a commitment to personal growth, a journey towards understanding oneself better, and a pathway to living a life aligned with the core principles of mindfulness and compassion found in Buddhism. Lesson number 7. Practice gratitude. In the vast tapestry of human emotions, gratitude stands out as a radiant thread weaving moments of joy, contentment, and perspective into our lives. Unlike spontaneous arising, Buddhism encourages the deliberate cultivation of gratitude, integrating it as a daily ritual to ground oneself in the present and appreciate the interconnectedness of all things. Gratitude, in the Buddhist context, goes beyond a mere expression of thanks. It involves a profound recognition of the interdependence of all beings and a deep acknowledgement of the myriad factors contributing to our well-being. It is about seeing the inherent beauty in the ordinary, finding lessons in challenges, and embracing the impermanent nature of every experience, making each moment more precious. In Buddhist philosophy, the present moment holds paramount importance. Thich Nhat Hanh, a renowned Buddhist monk, emphasizes the concept of mindfulness, which aligns with the essence of gratitude. To be truly happy, according to Buddhist teachings, one must learn to fully engage with and appreciate the present without being overly preoccupied with the past or anxiously dependent on the future. Consider the simple pleasures often overlooked: the feel of a gentle breeze, the rustling leaves, the stillness of a moment. By mindfully acknowledging and appreciating these moments, we magnify their significance in our lives. The practice of gratitude in Buddhism also serves as a powerful antidote to the human tendency to fixate on desires, wants, and uncertainties. By redirecting our focus to the abundance already present in our lives, we cultivate contentment, alleviate envy, and reduce feelings of resentment, fostering a sense of inner peace. Cultivating a gratitude practice in Buddhism can involve mindfulness meditation, where one reflects on the interconnectedness of all life and expresses gratitude for the support and kindness received from others. This practice transforms one's outlook, making them more open to life's blessings and more resilient in the face of challenges. Moreover, gratitude in Buddhism strengthens interpersonal relationships. By expressing appreciation for the kindness, compassion, and support received from others, we nourish the bonds that connect us. This, in turn, fosters mutual respect and creates a positive cycle of goodwill and affection. In a world often driven by the pursuit of more possessions, achievements, and desires, gratitude in the Buddhist tradition serves as a gentle reminder of the inherent richness of each moment. It is an invitation to celebrate the present, to approach life with open-heartedness, and to walk the path of existence with a heart full of thanks. As the day draws to a close, reflections of timeless Buddhist wisdom linger in our contemporary existence. How do you plan to incorporate these insightful teachings into shaping your future? Your thoughts and experiences are valuable. Share them in the comments below, and let's continue this collective journey of self-discovery. I trust you found the video enjoyable, and I appreciate your presence. Until our next encounter, maintain your sense of curiosity, stay rooted in the present, and persist in the pursuit of wisdom.